Good afternoon. I'm 14 First Alert meteorologist Arden Gregory, and what a difference that cold front on Tuesday night has made. Notice we had a stretch nearly 2 weeks straight of highs in the 90s. Tuesday was the hottest day of the year with a high of 98 degrees in Evansville, but then that cold front rolled through Tuesday night, and yesterday our temperatures only made it into the low 80s, and today is much of the same. This is a live look at the Blue Bridge in Owensboro. Obviously no cars on it right now. It's closed and all tore up currently. We do have mostly cloudy skies overhead. Those have been hanging around all day long. That's part of what's helping keep our temperatures on the lower side. We will get more sunshine as we get into Friday and Saturday, and with that, temperatures will climb just a little bit up closer to where they should be this time of year, but still nothing like the heat we've been dealing with for the past 2 weeks. And even that little bitty warm up we get, it doesn't last. In fact, we get a real taste of fall as we get into early next week. Here's a look at satellite and radar right now. You can see very cloudy out there. We've got mostly cloudy skies, and I don't think we're going on Facebook. I'm looking at it and it doesn't seem to be going. Maybe, maybe not. It still says live video starting. I thought it was just my phone. Okay, now I think we're on Facebook.
I see you now.
Okay, and now it is showing up on Facebook. So, starting from where we are now, for those of you who are just now joining us on Facebook, we were delayed getting on Facebook apparently. We've been streaming on the 14 News app this whole time, but we're just now getting up on Facebook. You didn't miss anything all that important, just the fact that it was hot and now it's not. And we've got mostly cloudy skies, but dry skies across the tri-state. All that white you see in this satellite imagery, that's cloud cover, but the radar showing clean sweeps as we scan the skies over the tri-state. So while we do have clouds, those clouds are not producing any rain, even though it is very gray and gloomy looking out there right now. The models were depicting that we may get a stray sprinkle from those clouds. I can't 100% rule it out, but at this point, I really think if we were going to see any rain, it would have happened by now. So I think we're probably going to stay dry through the rest of the afternoon. The clouds will start to break up and clear away late this afternoon and evening. Then it'll be mostly clear overnight and into Friday morning, and tomorrow does look mostly sunny. And just a few passing clouds, but other than that, lots of sunshine tomorrow. But even with that sunshine, temperatures still fairly comfortable. We are sitting in the mid to upper 70s for most of us right now. It's 77 in Oakland City, Evansville, Newburgh, Owensboro, Greenville, the warmest spot on the map at 81. We do have a cool breeze coming in from the north, along with those mostly cloudy skies overhead. So that's really keeping the temperatures down. I do think we'll tack on just a couple more degrees this afternoon. Some of us will break into the low 80s, but some locations may never make it out of the upper 70s today. And then if we do break into the low 80s, it won't be for long. We fall back through the 70s this evening, and we'll eventually bottom out in the mid 60s by the end of the night under mostly clear skies. Cheyenne commenting that she can see me now. Good to hear, Cheyenne. Like I said, we were a little bit delayed getting onto Facebook. We hit the button and then it just kind of spun and didn't go through, but we're on now. So thank you all for tuning in on Facebook there. Overnight, mostly clear, temperatures dropping back into the mid 60s. Then tomorrow, mostly sunny, a few passing clouds, but mainly sunny, which will be a change up. We've been very cloudy the past couple of days. Friday will be mostly sunny, and with that sunshine, we'll warm things up a bit. Our temperatures will climb into the mid 80s on Friday. We could maybe get into the mid to upper 80s on Saturday, but then this cold front comes in from the northwest. Saturday, I think we'll still start out mostly sunny. And then as this cold front comes in, it'll push clouds our way late in the day, Saturday into Saturday night. I can't rule out a stray shower, but it really looks like this cold front will probably be dry for us. We'll see some clouds, but I'm kind of doubtful that we'll see any rain from this. What it will do is it'll bring another shot of cooler, drier air. So Sunday morning, the clouds and any rain we do happen to see will all push off to the southeast. And then behind that cold front, notice the wind arrows here, cooler, drier air coming in from the northwest, and that leads to a drop in both the temperatures and in the humidity. So with the clouds overhead, it's already been pretty cool out there yesterday and today. With the sunshine coming back in, we warm up just a bit. Friday, Saturday, highs in the mid to maybe upper 80s, but I think mainly mid 80s for most of us. So that is just a couple degrees short of what would be average for this time of year. That's kind of typical mid to late August warmth there. Then that cold front moves through Saturday night and our temperatures drop again. And we've got a few days in a row here where we could see highs in the upper 70s to right around 80 degrees. And check out those low temperatures, lows dipping into the mid 50s several days in a row. And like I said, it's not just the temperatures, it's the humidity that will dip as well. It was very humid this past week with all of the heat as well. That cold front that moved through Tuesday night dropped us back into sort of the middle range here. It's still a little humid out there. You don't notice it too much because it's not hot, but there is certainly still some moisture in the air. As that second cold front moves through on Saturday, we see that humidity dropping again down into this dry range as we get into early next week. So not only will it be cool, it'll be dry as well. So those 50s will really have that sort of cool, crisp fall feeling to them as we get into early next week, which is something to really look forward to. Beyond that, the question then becomes, how long does that beautiful fall-like weather stick around? The extended outlook for Friday, August 29th up through September 4th, so this would include Labor Day weekend. The outlook shows slightly below average temperatures still hanging around. The coolest air will start to dip down to our south, but we're still expecting this trend of below average temperatures. So maybe creeping back into the lower 80s, but still nothing like the heat we've been dealing with for much of the past couple of weeks. And then we see a trend toward near to slightly above average precipitation. Now you have to keep in mind the context. Late August, early September is not usually a rainy time of year. So near to slightly above average precipitation may still not be a lot of precipitation. And we did get a updated drought monitor today, and in that latest update, a large portion of the tri-state is now included in abnormally dry conditions. So we're still not considered to be in a drought. I know I'm getting a lot of complaints from people whose yards are turning brown on them. I know it's dry out there. It is abnormally dry, but we're not considered in a drought just yet. I'll be interested to see what the update for next week is, though, because the drought monitor comes out every Thursday. They update it weekly. And you'll notice between now and Thursday, I'm not really seeing any rain. So right now it's abnormally dry. If we go a whole nother 7 days without any rain, along with that low humidity that we're expecting as we get into early next week, I'll be curious to see how that might impact some of our potential drought conditions. One quick update before we go on Hurricane Erin. Erin is a Category 2 hurricane with 100-mile-an-hour winds. It's a large storm system, though, so you can see the outer edges of that are bringing rain and wind and clouds to much of the east coast there. Flooding and choppy surf and all kinds of things like that. It is expected to push back out to the northeast, away from the U.S. and weaken over the next couple of days, but that does not mean that the threat from tropical storm systems is over. We're actually tracking 3 other storm systems now. So we have Erin, which is currently, the major named storm there. It is a Category 2 hurricane, but we've also got this storm. It's a 70% chance of developing into a named tropical storm there, a 40% chance down here off the coast of Africa, and then another smaller system here that now has a 30% chance of becoming a named tropical system there. So we've got Hurricane Erin already just off the east coast, and then we've got 3 other storms potentially brewing out in the Atlantic right now. If all of those became named storms, We would have Fernan, then Gabriel, then Umberto, that we would knock off the list of names there. And we're just now really getting into the peak of hurricane season. It usually peaks in the first couple weeks of September. So I expect we'll talk more and more about those tropics over the next few weeks as we are tracking multiple storm systems brewing out in the Atlantic right now. But none of that is expected to impact us here at home. So again, it's cloudy out there today. We'll get more sunshine tomorrow. And then we've got just kind of a mix of sun and clouds. Little to no rain of any kind over the next 7 days. Comfortably warm through the weekend, and then a real taste of fall next week. Highs in the upper 70s, lows in the mid 50s, low humidity. You're going to think it's late September, early October out there early next week. We do then start to gradually warm back up as we head into Labor Day weekend, but it still looks like it may end up being cooler than average through the entire holiday weekend, with highs maybe in the low 80s. That's obviously a little ways out. We'll keep an eye on it for you. But I'm not seeing any other questions. People just excited about the cooler weather in the comments today. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up, but don't go anywhere. Jamie French and Robinson Miles will be right back with your latest news headlines.
Stay informed on your local news and weather throughout the day by watching the 14 First Alert streaming shows. At 8:30 a.m., get your First Alert forecast to plan the day ahead and catch up on the news that happened overnight with the 14 News Sunrise team. In the afternoon, get the latest headlines, forecasts, and a preview of the stories we're working on with the 14 First Alert streaming show at 2:30. And get an in-depth look at the 14 First Alert forecast so you're ready for the next big thing with the 14 First Alert weather show at 9 p.m. Watch the 14 First Alert streaming show that fits your schedule and works best for you. Streaming on your phone by downloading the 14 News app and the 14 First Alert weather app. On your smart TV by using the 14 News streaming app. And stream anytime on Facebook, YouTube, or on 14news.com. Stay connected and stay informed by watching the 14 First Alert streaming shows on your favorite streaming devices. Live from 14 News, this is a 14 Digital News Desk update.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for joining us for our 2:30 streaming show. I'm Jamie French.
And I'm Robinson Miles. Of course, a lot is happening around the tri-state, so let's just go ahead and jump right in. For our first story today, happening tonight, INDOT leaders will hold an open house to discuss a proposed project on Highway 41. Now, the project would include pavement replacement and intersection improvement.
Yeah, so this would go from the Hillsdale area in Vanderburgh County all the way to the Fort Branch area in Gibson County. Today's open house is from 5 to 7 tonight at North High School's cafeteria. Officials say everyone is invited to come out, provide any feedback, get your questions answered. We will also have a crew there tonight, so we'll keep you updated on what's discussed.
You know, it's not like the tri-state to suddenly have a new road project.
Oh my goodness, guys, no shortage of road projects here. So
a lot of that going on.
Yeah, hopefully this maybe can clear up some questions and concerns people might have about this one, because that's a long stretch of road right there. So.
It is, and you know, we've been dealing with that a little bit lately. Some of the new developments, a little bit confusing. Maybe going in, if we understand it a little bit more, it'll kind of mitigate some of that, or at least we can hope.
We hope so.
All right, now for our second story today. Oh, we got those puns happening today in Owensboro. The city's going to the dogs.
It sure is.
And that is because the River Valley Cluster all-breed dog shows are getting underway.
Yeah, that is happening at the Owensboro Convention Center today through Sunday. The show starts each day at 8 a.m. and runs until 4:30 in the afternoon. Officials say American Kennel Club judges are coming in from all across the country, while over 3,000 dogs are coming in from around the world. Today is really the day that they start rolling into Owensboro. So if you see any cute dogs walking down the street that you've never seen before, those are world famous show dogs right there.
Could be a champion.
Yeah, could be a champion.
Could be a champion. You know, it is one of those things you think about, you know, the direction your life has taken. Maybe I took the right path. Maybe I took the wrong one. I was not meant to be a judge at things like this.
No.
They all of them, like, that's
all
a good one.
Good boys and girls, yes.
Right? Every
sure.
single one. It's like, that's a good one. But to all of them, Yeah, they'd be grading on a scale of 1, and they
think
would
I would-
all get 1.
I would just be like sobbing the whole time because they're so cute. Like, you're the cutest one.
Spend an hour just like rubbing your face into one of them, and it's like, we're not.
This one's the winner.
Whew,
No,
yeah.
this one's the winner.
Whichever one happens to be in front of me last,
Yeah,
you
that's you.
might
That's
get
you.
the trophy.
There we go.
That's the way that's going to go. All right, well, thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. Of course, we've got a whole lot more that we are covering today. Our whole team is out across the tri-state, so we'll have a lot more to bring you on 14 News at 4, 5, and 6, and then, of course, later tonight at 10.
All right, thanks for watching this afternoon. Have a great day.